So the first thing is, I think, is everybody, men, women too, is look at what is the record that I've been told and the role that I think I'm supposed to be all the time. Is that actually working for me? If it's not, go sign up for some hypnotherapy and knock that shit out. Okay, like you go, if you have a bad nose, go get a nose job, cut it out and replace it.
Don, when I said you come at this from a very privileged perspective, it's that I think that you're very self-aware. I think you're very much in tune with who you are and what you want. And I think it took you a minute to get there.
Yeah, it definitely took a minute to get here. And I got to tell you that I want to make sure that women don't think I just landed here.
No.
Okay, like I had a lot of work. I had a lot to go through and all kinds of growth. But the thing that I would say that I want to stress the message to, especially the female audience, if there's females that watch the show.
Yes.
Is that you have the power to make the decisions and change the narrative that you were raised in if it doesn't work for you. And you can do that right now. Okay, your subconscious mind is so powerful. And what happens is you're seeing all this stuff, and what's really driving all of us is our subconscious mind. What is the record that you're playing over and over and over again? And if you're not meeting that guy or the partner in life that you want, you need to look at yourself and figure out, what message am I always going for? Do I feel like I need to be eye candy all the time? Am I going to go, and no offense to Miami, I love Miami, but I'm going to be, it's all about physical, and I'm only going to land the player that's got the money, and then how long am I going to be attractive to him because I'm just another piece of eye candy? And nothing offensive about that, but that's just the game you're playing. If you choose that game, you're in that game, right? How is that going to fulfill you? Is it going to fulfill you to be eye candy for how long?
Or you're walking into it thinking that, right?
You don't know.
And you don't know. And then that ends up affecting how you interact with this person, the level of openness you have. So again, that communication part is probably the most strained. It's amazing because we have so many ways of communicating at 2023 now, yet communication between actual humans, I feel like it's absolutely failing. And when I say that, and I know that you mentor a lot of women, I think that that's the other thing that women in particular face. And I know men feel the same pressures, but it's one of these things where it's like we're so conditioned to present ourselves as this, what we think somebody wants, right? Like, or whatever. And so being honest and upfront, it's like if you're in a situation and you're dating, I think in a lot of female brains, and I can't speak for men because I'm not a man, but for a lot of women, it's like, I put this time into this, and now do I walk away? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and was I being my authentic self? Was I saying everything that I needed? Was I saying everything that I wanted? Was I being upfront with what I'm looking at this relationship to be?
Well, and I agree with you on that. I think more people spend time on deciding what kind of car they're going to buy than what kind of person they want to have in their life, right? They just go with this oh, this looks good, this looks good. It's like, that's a partner in your life that's going to affect your life in so many ways, right? And if the idea is you want to be in a relationship, you want to be with someone who's going to be strong, let's say we call it the chivalrous alpha guy, look at your hard wiring. I always go back to that because, people don't understand so much how that plays into your vector. Let me put it this way. So if you were a female, let's say, I'm using total stereotype, and you were raised with a female in the family that was submissive, that didn't have rights, that didn't have a voice, and the male was domineering and all this, you know very well that you're going to be replaying that in your subconscious mind. You can't fight it. 1 through 5, you are set in a certain way. Now we have the power to change it, but you can't change it if you can't identify it. If you don't see it, you don't know it's there. So the first thing is, I think, is everybody, men, women too, is look at what is the record that I've been told and the role that I think I'm supposed to be all the time. Is that actually working for me? If it's not, go sign up for some hypnotherapy and knock that shit out. Okay, like you go, if you have a bad nose, go get a nose job, cut it out and replace it.